Hey guys, welcome back to Rumble TV. It's Monday night, which means it's GT4 night. Boys are at Misano. Actually just about to, they're out on their warm-up lap for qualifying. So hopefully, should be able to get down and have a look shortly. We're just cars out on track. We've just got a normal issues with SDK. Must be without SDK. It'll come back up shortly. That's Alex out on track at the moment, but meantime, I'll try and get SDK back up and running for us. Being a bit of a playing hardball tonight. It's not going to refresh at all. Really does have to be a better program than this. But he's got any suggestions? Happy to listen. Tired of trying to reset this all the time. Oh dear. Alright. And all else fails. I will try and reload the whole thing. Apologies for this. As I said, this is becoming fairly normal behavior for this program. I'm not a fan of it. Definitely not going to work at all. Oh, going to be rather interesting if we can't get it to work. Why it's just not going to refresh at all. Boys are saying hello. I'm just as you can see, boys, just a little bit preoccupied at the moment. Without our SDK, we have no idea who is who. So not good. Well, the good news is I can get another program to work, so at least I know who's who. But at the moment, as we can see in the top left-hand screen, I can't actually show you who is who. So I have no idea why it's failed. Apologies, but yeah, it's just not going to reboot at this stage. Tried all the normal tricks. Give it one crack, see if I can get it to get it working. Wow, it worked. It was working right up until we started, unfortunately. So at this stage, there's not much I can do. I shall be back in a tick, guys. You there, Damo? All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. I can't get SDK working at the moment, so we don't have any overlays. I have found a little workaround that I hope will at least give us something. Just going to try one more reboot, see if that works, but I'm not holding my breath at the moment. I think it's their servers might be down, but I think I can use a workaround to get this at least get it working. So as the boys, as we can see, they're gridding up. That much I can tell you.
We've got a 4-tyre mandatory pit stop.
All right, so I've managed to bring up the driver name. So even though I can't really show you anything on the screen, I can, I think, work out who's actually where. So we'll go with that for the time being, and I will keep trying to see if I can work out how to get this fixed. All right, so we're just waiting, I think, on a couple of boys to join the grid now. Loshy's just joined, so I think it's just one car left to jump on the grid. About to get underway. I think lights should be up very shortly. Lights are up. And everybody hopefully gets away. Like everyone's got away from the grid. They head down into turn one. It looks like it's actually Hobbo and Trent Laves battling it out at the front. Oh no, and just as we say that, it's like Trent's been involved in a bit of a scuffle there with, just go back and see if we can see what happened. Oh, hang on, that's not a good idea. So I think Hobbo's just, there's a bit of a touch, and then Trent's tried to move across. Not sure what caused that, but hopefully I have to apologise for the replay files too, because everything's all out of whack at the moment. The boys are trying to sort themselves out, go back up the front. So it's actually looks like Jack Boyd has jumped to the front now over Brenton Hobson. Alex Wilson is so it's Jack Boyd, Brenton Hobson, Alex Wilson, Henry Fenson, Glenn Boyd, Michael Polly, Osmoroz, Neville Mell, Cam Edwards, Damien Seeger. Just as we say that, looks like Alex has jumped. Managed to get the move done on Hobbo, but Hobbo, he closes down on Hobbo, so he manages to hold that spot. In Group B, I can tell you it's Ben Singer at the moment, leading just over Darren Linus. Lam Mugen is third in Group B, and it's Paul Pittam leading Greg Parker in Group C. Phil Paradiso is currently third, as Hobbo comes under a bit of pressure now from Henry Fenson. Well, Trent has dropped all the way back down to 23rd at the moment, so he's got a bit of work to do to work his way back up. But as we saw a couple of rounds ago at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit, it's not beyond Trent to get himself right back up the front. Might actually jump on board with Trent for a couple of laps and see how he goes. You boys on the chat tonight. Again, apologies for not being able to put up the timing tower at this stage. Sort of run out of ideas short of shutting down the session and rebooting it, which I could probably do during the break between races. I might give that a go. Meanwhile, Trent has now jumped into the pits. Going to get his mandatory pit stop done early. A few of the boys have done likewise. Looks like Ant Connors, Wayne Losh, Matt Tessario have all done their pit stops early. Meanwhile, up the front, Jack Boyd has got about nearly a 2-second lead now, back to Alex Wilson in second. Working in the background here, trying to get this to work, but not sure what has actually caused this to crash. Unfortunately, see if we can find some other drivers. I'm not sure how we're going to go with all this, but we do our best. So, Ben, this is Ben Singer in the McLaren, is still leading Group B at this stage. Just ahead of Darren Linus, currently second in Group B, and then it's Luke Keamy. Meanwhile, back in Group C, it's Paul Pittam is just under a second ahead of Greg Parker, according to what limited timing I have got. There's Greg there, so I think that's slightly accurate. Well, Alex is roughly trying to find a gap. He's around about 1.8 seconds, it's telling me. Oh, look at that. Just as we say that, it's magic. Comes back all by itself. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll take it. As I said, this is one of those programs that I just not a big fan of. Unfortunately, not a lot of alternatives out there, but if anybody does have any suggestions, I'm all ears. We've got quite a few supporters out there tonight. Darren Wilson's barracking for his man Alex, as is Ellie. Come on, Darren, you can get him. I'm assuming that's Darren Linus, who is... let's go back and see how Darren is faring at the moment, now that we've actually can see people on track. So there's Darren. Just... I think that's Paul Pittam just ahead of him, so hopefully Paul doesn't hold him up. Get through and so where is Ben's just crossed the start finish line, and Darren is just coming through the final turn, so Hopefully Darren will get the pass done. It looks like Alex, meantime, has actually pitted. So he's dropped out of that second place, but I think that's because he has actually pitted. So go and find Alex. Where is it? So Alex is actually in the pits at the moment. So he's doing his mandatory stop in race 1. I think some of the boys have actually worked out that they can complete the second race without having to stop for fuel. So I think the smart strategy will be to do tyres in race 1. But some of the faster boys might look at doing an alternate strategy. Meanwhile, Keithy wants his Southern Cross boys. So there's Mick Polly. Mick's currently in 4th. Keithy's not out there racing tonight, so Alex has come back now. He's Alex is down in 20th spot after doing his pit stop. So where does that put him in relation to? So Alex is now in 20th, as I said, and Trent is in 24th. So Trent's still got a bit of work to do, but he has done his pit stop, so that's going to put him in good stead for race 2. Well, back up the front, Jack's got around nearly a 3-second lead now over Hobbo. Looks like we're a crasher further back. So, oh no, sorry. Apologies. This is one of the issues with this track is there's such a long exit from the the pit lane that it actually registers as a crash because the cars travel at a low speed for so long. Apologies there to Dave Gogol. Nothing to see here. Move on. Meanwhile, still Ben Singer leading over Darren Linus. This is we're looking at Greg Parker in the BMW at the moment. Greg's currently 2nd in Group C. Seeing if there's any changes. Looks like Glenn Boyd's actually pitted this lap, and so has Cam Edwards. So a few of the Group A boys have actually worked out. I think that this is going to be the better strategy for the night. Sacrifice a bit of a few spots in race 1, but of course if you don't need to pit at all in race 2, that's a huge advantage if the other guys have got to stop for tyres. It's around 30 seconds to replace 4 tyres, so it's quite a lengthy, and it's a very long pit exit, so you can get that done in race 1 and not have to stop at all in race 2. I think you're going to be in a really good position. In the last couple of rounds, the boys have had to pit in, basically had to pit in race 2 for fuel, but this track being a little bit shorter, there is a chance that they will get the 20 laps in on the amount of fuel that they have as their starting fuel. So be interesting to see how race 2 pans out. That it's 20 laps instead of the 10, so have to wait and see how that all pans out in the end. Just going to have a look at the weather. Well, it's track temperature at the moment is actually 45 degrees, so it's quite warm out on track. Clear skies, as we can see. Looks like Paul Pittam has actually pitted in Group C, which has handed the lead over to Greg Parker now. Paul's the first to have pitted in, obviously in Group C. It's dropped him down to sixth in class. And Lam Nugent is the same. He's the first to have pitted in Group B. Anthony Connors has also pitted. Meanwhile, back up at the front. Got about a lap and a half to go. Hubbo's closed that gap down marginally to Jack. Coming up on a back marker here. This is Glenn Hill, I think, who runs wide and off the track. Hopefully lets both, he does, lets them both through. So that's good to see. Jack's about to commence his final lap now. Still holds just over a second lead to back to Hobbo at the moment. So Michael Polly down in third. If he wants to know how Moz is doing, good question. I haven't seen Moz tonight. Where is Moz? Moz is... He's down in 19th spot. But another one that has done his pit stop. So see how that plays out for him in race 2. Meanwhile, Hobbo's closed right down on Jack now. This is not sure what's going on here, but yeah, it's under a second. It's Hobbo's made up nearly a second on this lap. Not sure if Jack's just teasing or... Oh no, we got two guys battling ahead. Oh wow, this is going to get interesting. I think Dave Logsdale let them through there, which is good to see as they come through the final corner for the... And I think Jack grabs the win there from Hobbo. Michael Polly home in third. Neville Mel will grab fourth. Then it'll be Dean Logsdale. Ben Singer grabs the win in Group B. Waiting on Darren Linus to cross the line now. And it should be Luke Keamy. Greg Parker grabs the win from Ash Stacey in Group C. Bill Paradiso just crossing the line there in fourth. Campbell Hutton third in Group C. Rest of the boys come through to complete their laps. These, of course, are all the boys that pitted in this race. There's a couple still to finish. Should be Paul Pittam. And that was Loshi. And I think the last one to cross the line will be Ant Connors. crosses the line now. So we'll get some official results up very shortly for race 1. But in the meantime, we've got a little 5-minute warm-up break. So I will be back shortly. Some details for race 2.
unexpected. Have a good race, fellas. Enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. I was trying to do some more technical updates while we had a bit of a break. As we can see, the lights are already on, and let's see if everyone gets away. It's got dark quick. Racing with the lights on this race. This will be an interesting experiment, won't it? Hopefully we'll get through. Jack's obviously jumped away to a bit of a lead over Mick Polly, who's managed to grab second. Hobbo's back in third. Wow, it's got dark quick. This is like Queensland weather. Dark at 5:30. It's going to make it for an interesting race. Luckily, they've got headlights. We might not be able to see the cars come midway through the race, but never mind. Got another issue with some clash of numbers, believe it or not, but not sure how that's happened. Oh yes, I am. Apologies. Oh, this is a great night. It's dark. Boys are racing in the dark. There's no there's no lights at this track, so this is going to make it really interesting later on. I don't know how we're going to work out who's who in the zoo, but we'll do our best. Oh, we got a car parked with his headlights on down there. Just make a quick adjustment to one of these numbers. And hopefully we can get back to some racing. This has been an absolute disaster. I think my retirement from broadcasting is going to happen sooner rather than later. Okay, hopefully that's fixed. Wow, look how it's gone dark already. Oh dear. I don't think people are going to be very happy with me. But never mind. I dare to be different. No, I'm happy being a South Aussie. I had my holiday up in Queensland. It's always nice to be home. That's why I do my holidays in Queensland, because makes it so much nicer when you do get home. All right. Hopefully, that's the end of our technical issues. Home to the cold. Yes, I'll give you that. It was 4 degrees here Saturday night. Mind you, we haven't had the rain that we got while we were in Queensland, so... All right, I better show the class, because I've got no idea who's who in the zoo now. Well, this is rather interesting, isn't it? iRacing at its finest. It throws up all sorts of conundrums. So anyway, I better get back to trying to sort this out. So it looks like Darren Linus is now leading Group B. Luke Keamy has moved up to second in Group B. Dave Gogol, who was struggling earlier, is now up into third. Paul Pittam is leading Group C from Phil Paradiso. Ash Stacey is up to third. Aaron Marsden currently fourth in Group C. We're actually looking at Jack Boyd at the moment, for those of you that don't have your night vision on. This is crazy. Oh, I've got Ant. The Cobra,
hey, mate, how are you?
The Cobra has joined me. What's up, mate?
Yeah, a little bit injured from that little incident.
Was there an incident? I've been trying to... What happened?
Yeah, turn one, someone rear-ended me and I got my thumb caught in the steering wheel.
Oh, compo.
Yeah, I'll go for it and let's see how we go.
Yeah, put a claim in. I'll put it in with all the others.
Yeah, this is a big hit. So
What's it like out there in the dark?
I don't know. I didn't make it turn one.
I can't believe how dark it is.
It's very dark already, isn't it?
We're only on lap 4. But a few boys have obviously. I'm going back to see if we can see what happened, but it hasn't come up.
Lap one, turn one. I think Matty T must have missed his braking marker and yeah, I think he's missed his, like he's just watching in front and then all of a sudden didn't realise that turn one turned up and I think he panicked and just jammed the brakes on and there was nowhere to go. There's a whole pile of cars in front of him. So
we've got a few crashes. It looks like Damo's had a...
Yeah, Damo was involved. There's about 5 or 6 of us in it.
So that's just Damo leaving the pit. So I'm just trying to go back and see if we can find... So, going back to a replay. No, that's not it. It didn't actually... doesn't come up as a... scrolling back. Let's have a look and see if this is Lam Newgan. I don't know if he was involved. There's the aftermath. Yeah,
he was involved. He was involved in it because I hit him when I got taken out.
Yeah, so that's the aftermath, but we haven't actually got the actual incident on the up on the screen. Well, this is this is curiously different. Hobbo's sticking with Jack Boyd. They're trying to get a break at the moment, I think, because they obviously still have to do their pit stop. So they're pushing on to try and get a bit of a gap on the field. I think Alex might actually be in the box seat here. I'm not sure who A is on the is your better half actually maybe watching the broadcast tonight?
My better half?
Yeah.
No, my better half's already in bed, mate.
Okay, so
someone's got to keep this family running.
I'm just well, that's true. I'm just trying to work out who's somebody's referencing Queensland. Thought it might have been, but there's no names up there, so I can't really tell.
Okay.
Keithy Logan says, "What a twist!" Yeah, Keithy. Welcome to the world of iRacing and their new weather formats. I thought I would try something a bit different for tonight's race, and yeah, this is different. So I'm just looking down the field, so oh, somebody's gone. Their headlights they've turned their lights off. Wow, this is crazy. This is certainly different. Meanwhile,
Very, very dark.
Trent Davis has moved up now into 8th spot. I'm going to jump on board with Trent and have a look and see what it's like from a driver's viewpoint. Oh, the track's still quite bright. We're on board with Trent at the moment. He's got Darren Linus just ahead of him. Darren's stayed wide to let him through. Looks like a lot of the boys actually have done their pit stops fairly early. Maybe that big crash, Ant, as
Yeah, I think most of the boys in our Discord already did their pit stops because there was a little bit of damage and it was going to cool off. So your tyres were going to last the last 20 laps. So
yeah,
it was hot in the first one, so it's probably better to take your tyres then because it's going to cool off in the second one and not worry about tyres because you could just make it on fuel.
Okay, so the boys that have pitted in race 1 then are likely to be able to go the full distance in this race, especially now that it's quite cool. Actually, yeah. Let's bring up the weather and see what. Oh yeah, so the track temperature now is down to 24. It's about half of what it was in race 1, so it is quite cool. It's quite spectacular racing at night, isn't it?
It is.
At least we can see that. So still Jack leading by about 3/10 over Hobbo. Neville Mell still holds down 3rd. Then it's Mick Polly. Alex Wilson now is up into 5th. So Alex in a really good spot. And Dean Logsdale, Trent Labens, Lee Harrison's up to 8th, Glenn Boyd in 9th, and Henry Fenson in 10th. Group B.
Well, I think Trent's the first of the leaders to actually pit, isn't it?
I think Alex is actually. So I think Alex is. Yeah. So it looks like Alex is in a really good spot. Trent's only a couple of spots behind him though. So and he's probably about 3 seconds behind, so we'll see how that plays out. Darren Linus currently leading. I think Darren has pitted. He's currently leading Group B from Luke Keamy, Dave Gogol. I think then it's Paul Pittam, Aaron Marsden, Bill Paradiso still top 3 in Group C at the moment. As back on board with Jack, you can hear the tyres. There's a bit of understeer out there.
Fairly dark out there too now. What are we? Past 10 at night.
It's what?
10 at night in sim time.
That's iRacing's lost the plot. The race was supposed to start at 6 p.m. and it gets dark in Misano at 7:30. So it's Andrew Roberts referencing Queensland. Well, see, there's a good reason not to go and live in Queensland. Andrew's not racing with us tonight, so I can say that. quite a few boys not out on track. I don't know whether they got a whisper that they'd be running around in the dark. Go back and see what. This is Damo. Currently down in 24th. Got Dave Gogol just ahead of him from Group B. Meanwhile, Hobbo's pitted. Hobbo has done his pit stop, and he's down in 22nd now. Jack Boyd is in the pits. So that leaves Neville Mel and Mick Polly, who are basically within half a second of each other, still to pit. Not sure how far they're going to try and go before they hit. Full Send Motorsports are saying the server is set for 8 times. Yeah, it was actually set for 4, but iRacing have taken it upon themselves to double that. So yeah, that's why we're when you do the weather, when you do the use the weather editor, the timeline, it shows you what times the practice, quali and racing should be in sim time, but this is about the 3rd time now that weather editor has actually gone ahead and done its own thing, so be mindful of that going forward. Just seems to be a bit of a glitch. Hopefully they'll get that sorted with their new next season update, but yeah, in the meantime we'll work with what we've got. So how did you find the track, Ant, before
the track, it's an awesome track. I like the track. It's got a bit of everything, bit of slow, bit of fast. It's a very good track, but yeah, I just had a misfortune incident in the first lap, which took me out at turn 1, and yeah, got the old fingers caught in the steering wheel.
That's the trouble with direct drive wheels.
it is, and I'm like normally just let go of it, but I didn't see anything. I didn't see it coming.
Yep.
Just looking forwards, and then all of a sudden, bang! And the wheel spin nearly 2 full rotations with my finger in it. So it's yeah.
Well, I think the one thing that has happened tonight with the unexpected timing, we haven't had a whole lot of incidents. I think the boys are actually driving well within their limitations tonight, so that's good to see. Dave Gogol is actually leading. I think Dave's actually in the pits now as we speak.
Yeah.
So that should put Darren
back in the lead. Yes, it should.
Yeah,
although straight behind him.
Yeah, Darren's pitted. Where is Darren out on track? So there's Darren in the dark. See if we can find a better. There's Darren. He's got Ben Singer directly behind him, as Ant said. So this is actually the battle for the lead as Ben looks. Go up the inside. Oh, Darren's run it wide. He's run it wide.
Very wide.
Yeah, and that's it's allowed. I don't think Dave actually pitted that time round, because he's
Dave's still out in front. It's still reading a mine here. Dave is actually still out in front.
I don't know whether Dave pitted in the first race either. So it must be. He's dropped down now. He's down to third now.
Okay, he might be in there now.
Just having a look. No, it says he's still out on track, but very hard to see in the dark. Meanwhile, Neville Mell, who's leading, has just run very wide and looks like he might have got a slowdown. Because Alex has now jumped to the lead. So Alex now leads the Group A. That's interesting. I don't know what happened to Neville there, but he was very slow out of that corner. So I'm guessing probably a slowdown. Trent Lavis is, in the meantime, is now up into third. So this is a great recovery from Trent as Neville jumps into the pits now. So that moves Trent up into second. He's about 2 seconds behind Alex at this stage. About 0.2 quicker on that lap than what Alex was as we sit in the dark. Wait for some more headlights to come through. It's very dark without if we can find this. So there's Alex leading. He's still got around about 2 seconds back to Trent. Meanwhile, Lee Harrison's now up into third, about another second further back. Glenn Boyd's moved up to fourth. Henry Fenson fifth. Moz is up to sixth. Loshi in seventh. Cody Harrison eighth. Cam Edwards in ninth. And Jack Boyd is 12th. So I wonder what's happened to Hobbo. Hobbo is
just right behind Jack there, and then 13th
Yes.
and 14th. I looked at it.
Yep. They're resume their battle, even though they are down the field a little bit. Yeah, looks like Lauren's boy Alex is although Trent is closing down on him now. He's closed that gap down by about another 0.3 on lap 13. There is Alex in the dark. And just as I say that, he's stretched it back out to about 1.8 again. I think there's some lap traffic playing in all of this, so it's going to make it interesting. Meanwhile, back in Group C, it looks like Greg Parker is currently leading Group C. Got Campbell Hutton just behind him. But that's the battle of the BMWs. Oh, as both Campbell and Greg Parker go to the pits now, that's going to put Paul Pittam back up in the lead of Group C. Looks like Ben Singer has actually got a bit of a... Darren's around about a second behind. You can just see the two of them there. There's some good battles right across the all classes at the moment.
It is. They're actually quite quick, the B class at the moment. They're just sitting behind Damo there. Like, they're not actually losing Damo at all.
No, it's I think some of the Group B boys have really found some pace this season, so it'll be interesting doing the driver classifications again for next season. So Alex maintains that gap of around 1.8 seconds now over Trent. Meanwhile, Lee has closed right up onto the back of Trent. He's under a second behind now, as Alex does, or actually Lee does the quickest lap. He does a 41.9. Alex did a 42. So it's quite a bit of pace out there. Moz is in the 42s. Group B boys are in around, doing about 40, around the 44s. So, well, Loshi just carded a 46, so he may have come across some traffic in that lap.
And just looking back through the list, Hobbo has actually got past Jack as well, back for 10th. And Hobbo is.
Oh, okay.
And
Ed did a 41.9 that lap, so yeah, Hobbo's found some pace.
yep.
Doing the same lap times as the leaders, so. Meanwhile, the track temperature stayed around the same. It's around the 24 degrees. That margin first back to second now is it's come down slightly. It's about 1.4 now. It's, we're at 3/4 race distance. Maybe this is a time Trent's going to try and get the hammer down, and he's got that gap back to lead now, out to just over a second. Meanwhile, for the first time, Trent is now down under a second. He's found a bit of extra pace here. Wonder if Alex is gone a bit hard on his tyres, trying to build that gap. See all three of our front runners. Well, I don't think you can get any darker, Ant.
No, not at all, mate. It is fairly dark out there.
I'm looking forward to the feedback from all of this. I really am. This should be exciting next week. So there's our three leaders. Trent's got that gap back down to around about 8/10 again on this lap.
And just looking at B class, Darren Linus is right on the back of Singer there.
Let's go down and see if we can find that battle on track. But, oh, you're not wrong.
Yes, and something must have happened to Damo by the looks of it too, because he's behind both of them.
He might have let them through. Damo has a policy to where he likes to let the lower, especially if they're in a battle for a podium, he tends to always try and do the right thing and let the boys through.
It's a good little battle there for the first and second.
It is, isn't it? It's very close. Who's just jumped into our...
Damien Seeger has just joined.
Okay. Hello, Damo.
Hello.
Did you have a crash, or did you just...
I was on... I may have got a few too many off tracks, and my car copped a rather big beating on lap 1. And it didn't really repair much, and I couldn't wheel it, and I'm just getting off track after off track. So I think I'm better if I park it and
come and join us.
Not keep clocking up the off tracks, mate. I was holding up Group Bs, and yeah, no, I'm done. I'm here.
We're just watching the Group Bs on track, actually. This battle between Ben and oh, hang on. Just as I say that, we've got a new leader. Trent has now jumped to the lead.
Yeah, I predicted that because he was on the strategy that we were all on at the start. I think Loshi will climb his way up too, you'll find. And Moz.
Loshi's up into 6, but this battle for outright in Group A, there's less than a second between the front 3 cars at the moment.
Yeah, yep.
Trent's managed to grab that lead. I'm just going to have a quick look and see if I can get a replay of the overtake. So this is where Trent managed to get the lead off of Alex. So Alex has just run a little bit wide, a bit of a contact there. I think Alex might have just gone in a little bit hot into that corner. He's held it around the inside. It's a crazy battle, but I think there's a slower car. Everybody, yep, no. So Alex has just jumped in behind Trent there, but he hasn't lost any time to him at this stage, as we're on lap 18 of 20.
Making for a good race, that's for sure, isn't it?
It is.
How about Mr. Pitterman? Or Pitt? Yeah, Pitterman.
Leading in Group C.
By a long shot, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think
yeah.
Paul is probably better off in one of the higher groups, which we'll do. There's Paul on track at the moment. Got about a 6-second lead over Aaron Marsden, who's second in Group B.
Yep.
So I'm going to jump back and try and keep up with all these battles on track. It looks like I just got a message from Keithy Logan. He's back from wherever he was.
He's back. I think he was. His sim may have been in parts.
Yes.
Due to some moving. So he was telling me.
Yeah.
So he's back.
He's got his sim back together. So we look forward to seeing Keithy back on track next week.
Keithy would be here. He'd be winning. No, hang on. What is he? An A or a B?
An A.
I forget. Oh, he'd be winning Group A if Keithy was here, wouldn't he?
I don't know that the three boys up the front would agree, but yeah.
Sorry,
look,
I didn't minus. I didn't say minus most of the Group A field.
We'll give Keithy some accolades. He's not here, so yeah, I think he would be winning this by a country mile. Keithy could probably win this with half a sim.
Oh, absolutely.
So while I got both you boys here, we got some big news for next season.
Ooh.
For Monday nights.
This is exciting as we enter into the last lap.
As we enter the last lap. So yeah, I'll leave it there for now, but if anybody's interested in finding out more, just go to rumbleracing.com.au.
Oh, is it there already, is it?
Not yet, but it will be in the coming days. We will be making the announcement shortly as Trent comes upon. Who's that?
It was Dave. Maybe Dave Logsdale, was it? Yeah. No?
It's the white flag. I can't see who that is, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think iRacing has dubbed us tonight too, Damo.
That was Marsden. Why is that?
One of the boys on the chat was saying that they had a look and the sim time is set to 8 times.
Ooh.
It sure is. It's 1:05 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. And we only use 4 times, so...
They've done a double on us. I did notice it get quick, dark, super duper quick. But,
yeah, because when I said it, about what I was referring to earlier when we were chatting was that the race should be about 6 p.m. and it gets dark at 7:30. So these boys are going to...
What about this battle? Yeah, this battle for second and third.
So Trent's actually broken away. Lee's now grabbed second off of Alex. Oh, look, Darren Linus has actually jumped in front of Ben Singer. I don't know where to look now. Oh, I hate these last laps.
That's right. I'll look back in the field and I'll tell you who to turn to. Let's have a
Oh,
look.
oh, Alex. Oh, there's a couple of touches there as they're coming into the last corner. It's going to be... Trent's going to win it by around about 1.5 seconds, and it looks like Lee's going to hold on for second. Now I'm going to quickly see if I can jump back to Darren.
Next battle would be, I reckon, will be Barker and actually no, I lie. Continue on.
I'm going to see if I can get back and find where... This is Darren Linus and Ben Singer, who are battling it out for...
Oh, yeah. It's the standings are all over the shot, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, Ben's looking for a way through.
You might go for the switch here, Greg, I reckon.
Oh, this is... Oh,
He's going for the switch.
He is. He's trying to work out which way Darren's going so he can...
No.
He's got up the inside. They're side by side. Oh, wow. Oh.
That's interesting.
And now it's a drag to the last corner. Darren's got the inside. Oh. Darren's holding on to it.
Oh,
this is going to be a doozy.
Ben's jumped in front.
Oh, he's gone too wide.
Here they come to the finish line, and it's going to be...
Oh, what a race.
Oh, Ben Singer grabs it by the narrows. Wow, that was some incredible racing.
Get some people over to the broadcast there, channel, Greg. I got...
All right, I will head over and we'll do some interviews very shortly. Thanks for jumping in, boys. Are you coming?
Hey, anytime.
not a problem.
If you want to head over to the broadcast room, I'll join you over there.
Copy.
All right, after what was some fairly exciting racing in the dark, who have we got in at the moment? Trent is with us, who managed to grab the win in Group A. Trent, how was that running in the dark?
Oh, it wasn't too bad. I ate my carrots this morning, so it wasn't so bad for me. But yeah, the headlights are a bit interesting in the mirrors, so you didn't know where the car was behind you very well. It was a bit tinted. But no, I think it was good fun there racing with Henry and Alexander there towards the end of the race. It was good fun.
Yeah, it's somebody on the broadcast mentioned that iRacing had I normally, especially in the GT3s, not all the time in the GT4s, but I normally use the 4-time multiplier for the weather. And somebody pointed out it was actually 8 times. So you guys were actually racing at 1 in the morning. So well done for that.
No wonder I'm bloody tired.
And we've got Alex with us. Alex Wilson grabbed the third there. Alex, how did you find running in the dark tonight?
It was very different. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah,
I saw the sun going down at the start, and it's just thought it'd stay sunny, but nope.
Yeah, it's just saying it's yeah, we're not really sure what happened there, but anyway, it was the same for everybody, and your strategy seemed to work well with getting your pit stop out the way in race 1.
Yeah, I was a bit annoyed with my strategy not going my way last night. Last night was really confusing, but thankfully the strategy tonight actually worked out really well. I think I started P19 or something at the start of this race.
Yep.
So to be on the podium, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, no, great drive, especially through the field in the dark. But yeah, a few people, I think a few people might have worked out that you could actually finish race 2 without needing to take fuel. So I think a few guys sort of pitted in race 1. So hoping they could get through race 2, but obviously cooler track temperatures too. It was down to about 24 degrees in race 2, so shouldn't have had too many issues with the tyres. Yeah, go on.
Oh no, sorry, you go.
No, you're right. I was just looking to see who else has joined us. We've got a cast of thousands in here at the moment.
We've got quite the crowd, which is good. So it's good for the for
Yes.
the broadcast.
So I might jump over to and chat to Darren Linus, who by the smallest of margins finished second there in Group B. How did you find racing in the dark, Darren?
Oh, the racing was incredible. To be honest, I don't feel like I came second. That was great. Thank you very much, Ben. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, I take my hat off to both you boys. That last half a lap, we were watching it on the broadcast, what we could see, and yeah, that was some of the closest but cleanest racing we've seen in a long time. So well done to both. And Ben has joined us. Ben, another win in Group B.
Yeah, that was tough. And no, thanks to Darren. Like, we've been battling out all season. It's so good to be able to race someone like that you can race hard, but you know they're going to leave you space. I'm going to leave him space, and we can both just battle it out. It's been great.
Yeah, no, both you boys should be congratulated on both races. Actually, yeah, that was some of the most exciting racing, as I said, that we've seen in a long time. So I think there's a couple of Group B boys that might be knocking on the door for Group A next season, but we'll wait and see. And we've got Paul Pittam with us, who grabbed the win in Group C. Paul, you're not doing too bad for somebody that hasn't been on the sim that long. Paul with us? Here. I think he's got his mic turned off.
He's
Can you hear me?
gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, nah, tonight was good fun. I am starting to get the hang of it now. I need to learn the whole, like, reading. You said people didn't have to pit in race 2 and stuff. I don't even know where to check any of that on my screen, so I don't even know what to do there. But I was going quite well. I was like a couple of spots in front of Cody Harrison there, and I was like, oh, I'm doing all right here. And then I pitted, and then when I came out, none of them had pitted. I was like, oh no.
No, it's all part of the learning curve. When to do your pit stops, it's all part of the strategies. But you're doing really well for somebody that hasn't been on the sim that long. So just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, if you're winning, you must be doing something right. So congratulations on that. And who else? Oh, Lee's jumped in. Mr. Harrison.
Leroy.
Good day, sirs.
Did you have your night goggles on, Lee?
Yeah, I actually said to Cody in practice, because I noticed that the time was moving at 8x just as we started to do qualifying, I reckon. I said to Cody, I think the feature race is going to be under lights or at night time. So I was well prepared for that, so it wasn't such a surprise when it popped up and we were on the grid for the feature and the sun was going down.
Yeah, somebody mentioned on the broadcast chat that it was set at 8 times, but we actually run it at 4, so I'm not sure why iRacing decided to change that on us. But anyway, I mean, it makes for interesting racing. So apart from...
Especially when I know where to check these things, I've got to keep Paul in his cage for just a little bit longer, otherwise we'll be up here running races with A-Class and winning them too.
He seems...
I nearly had you for a little bit there.
I think the key word there is nearly.
Yeah.
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 Well, Cody ran me off the track when I was trying to overtake Lee.
That was a plan. You didn't know that?
All right. Might run through some thank yous. We'll start with you, Paul, the winner of Group C. Anyone you want to shout out to? Any thanks?
Nah, just the same as last week. Obviously, you guys for running the series, Lee and Cody and yourself for getting me into this, and I'm just having good fun. So cheers.
No worries. And who we got? Darren from Group B. Anyone you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I'm going to say thank you to you, all the admins. I'm going to say thank you to the guys that sit in my Discord. Trent as well, he gave me a bit of a hand in some lines for tonight's race, so thank you to him. And thanks to Ben, that, yet again, epic race, loved it, thank you.
No worries. And Ben, any shout outs?
Thanks to Damo. I came out of the pits right.
Oh,
that
Can't say thanks to Damo. That's why you get censored.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've cut out there, Ben. You probably don't know that, but you've just cut out the worst time. So if you just want to reiterate the big thank you were giving me, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, it was all good. And then you got out of the way and let us race. So it was fantastic. No, but thanks a lot. And to the admins,
I think Ben's
cut out again. Yeah, mate. But Yeah, no drama. I had damage and I was nowhere near as fast as you two. And what a battle you had. So well done.
Who else have we got? So
Everybody.
Alex.
Trent Laves. Yep.
I know. I'll do Trent.
Just to thank you to like the Full Send boys again, letting me represent them in this. All the admins and you, Greg, running this. It's just so much fun.
Always a pleasure. Lee.
Yeah, all the admins again, even Damo, he does do a good job sometimes.
Don't pump his
yourself
tyres.
especially. Yeah, you're especially yourself, Greg, for throwing on the broadcast. Alex and Trent for a pretty epic race in that final race. It was touch and go. It remained clean for the whole race, so it was that was good. And yeah, everybody for jumping in on a Monday night. Keeping the fields over 30 at even tracks that are pretty difficult to drive. And yeah, ProKart's Race Centre here in Adelaide for giving me a sim every Monday night to muck around on.
No worries. And Trent.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Greg yourself for putting everything on for us and the admin team. It's always good fun to spend my Monday nights skidding in these things. And yeah, epic race there. I'll second that with Lee and Alex. That was really awesome racing that second race there. Shout out to Hobbo too. I know it wasn't intentional on race one, but yeah, just unfortunate that it ended that way. But glad I managed to crawl back in the second one.
Maybe we're on his payroll, Trent. You don't know it.
I paid him already. It's right.
Yeah, I was going to say, cool. Thanks, Lee.
I'll G him
Appreciate
up
that.
later. Yeah,
And to close it out, and anything to report, Mr. Race Director Damo?
I'll hand it over to Moz. He always sits here nice and quiet, so we can give the Monday night rundown. There you go, Moz. Over to you.
Oh, here we go. Moz's corner.
Moz's corner. This is good. Moz's corner.
I'm just pouring myself a scotch. I'm chilled out, relaxed here. I don't know. I just think it was a great race out there. I was in amongst it, the accidents and all, and I just think it's fantastic. And if you compare the league to what it was, a couple of seasons ago, I just think it's just getting better every single season. So just probably thank you to each and every one of the races.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. We have a really good field of races or grid of races this season. I'm absolutely gobsmacked at some of the talent that has joined us, which is always great to see. And even some of the new guys are learning. Guys like Paul are learning on the run, doing a great job. We've had our issues over the seasons, but it's great to see that so many people now get out on track and have a good race. And yeah, we don't. We're not dealing with fallouts for the rest of the week like we have in previous seasons. So keep it up, guys. It's some really good racing. We've got our final round, of course, next Monday night, which is at Sandown. So I think most of the guys will know that track fairly well. So we look forward to that, 6:30 next Monday night. But until then, everybody stay safe and we'll catch you next week. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.